Hey, how's it going? Extra Pint Crokinole Club, Voorheesville, Jason. Um, I had to use my software, my new software that I got, and it's not linking up. I had this whole presentation, but I'll have to work on that. That's why I'm doing that. It's like a test run. Um, yeah, I wanted to get on here when we reveal who's playing who in the U.S. Open Crokinole tournament, and I figured I use this opportunity to just get on here, chat, give some Crokinole news, competitive Crokinole news. Got some upcoming tournaments. I want to get out there, let everyone know what's going on. Club news, as in clubs around the Northeast have certain information they want to get out there. We're going to go over NCAA rankings, and I'm just sitting here, shooting the shit. Hopefully I can do this. Maybe I'll do this once a month or something. If I don't mention any tournaments that, I should know about and people want to let me know about, just let me know. And I'll be sure to get that out there. This is what I just see in the next couple of months. Also, what else? Oh yeah, I'm going to be smoking, trying out a new pipe tobacco, and I'm smoking on my new pipe I got, Aldo Verneri. Pretty excited about that. Be smoking some McBaron plum cake. If everybody's familiar with that, I am not. I'm just getting into pipe smoking, and just a disclaimer: I don't know everything about pipe smoking. I don't know. I'm trying to learn the attributes of different tobaccos, and so this was a blend that was recommended. So I'll be trying that out, and we be drinking Hazy Little Thing. That's our Crokinole Club's new beer for the spring league. That's what we requested for the American Legion, where we hold our spring league, to carry for us. And so I thought that was fitting. So yeah, it's just going to be me hanging out here. It's very informal. Again, I try to use another software where I could, I had all these things I would put on the screen to show you exactly where the tournament is and all the tournament information. But yeah, of course, that didn't work out. I'll have to check that out. And I also want people to, it's a small channel. So, I mean, if anybody's on there to interact, please do so, ask questions, and just hang out. I see all Josh 1 is here. Good leftovers. He's chiming in. How you doing, fellas? All right. So I'll get into it. Here's some. Actually, let me pour this beer first. So Hazy Little Thing, Sierra Nevada. Going to be pouring that into the U.S. Open glass, door prize at the U.S. Open this year. One of them. It's a nice glass. We did it last year too. Yeah, we'll get into coronavirus. We're going to get into NCAA rankings. A little bit of PAX East. I don't know why this. If anybody can let me know why everything's backwards on here. Not sure. But anyway, here. Hazy Little Thing. Cheers. All right. So, upcoming tournaments. We got the Crokinole Madness tournament. It's tomorrow, March 14th, 11 to 4 p.m. at the Tapped Draft House and Kitchen in Spring, Texas. That's hosted by our Extra Pint Houston chapter. Their first inaugural tournament. Very excited for them. Here, I'll read a message from the Extra Pint Crokinole Club Houston chapter. Okay, Extra Pint Crokinole Club Houston will be holding our first club tournament on Saturday, March 14th at Tap Draft House and Kitchen in the spring. Format will be singles followed by random doubles. The finishers in the top half of the singles tournament will be paired via random draw with those in the bottom for the doubles tournament. The winners will each receive a cash gift card from Tapped and have their name enshrined in eternal glory on our trophy, from which they will be required to drink their victory drinks. As luck would have it, Taft would be throwing their St. Patrick's Day party currently with $4 green beers and bottomless mimosas. There is also a contest for best costume, so wear your kilt. Sounds interesting. Entry fee is $5 to cover prizes. Sign-in starts at 11 a.m. with play beginning at 11:30 sharp and ending by 4 p.m. We are limited to 16 participants, so please RSVP with Josh at Extra Pint Crokinole, Texas at gmail.com. Obviously, that's tomorrow, so you might not be in time for that one. You never know. Try emailing Josh. Actually, there's Josh right there. He's saying that you're full right now, so better luck next time. But again, go to the Tapped Draft House and check it out. If you need to stop in there for a beer for St. Patrick's Day, I mean, I'm sure like a lot of people from going there for St. Patrick's Day are going to be like, "What the hell is this?" And I'm sure he'll be turning some heads there. Also, in other news, Extra Pint Texas has their own YouTube channel now, and they're going to be live streaming, or they might be live streaming. They're definitely taping their finals for their match. It's Extra Pint Crokinole, Texas. Search that on YouTube and subscribe to them. It's fun to support everybody, so that should be fun. Their trophy. We have a trophy at Extra Pint Voorheesville. It's a 32-ounce glass beer yard, and we require all our winners of our club championships and now the U.S. Open to drink from that immediately after you win your first place, whatever league or tournament you're in. You have to drink it right away. Doubles, it's a little easier. You can split it half and half. But if you win the singles tournament, you got some work ahead of you, especially if you're drinking a double IPA out of there, which is required by our club, at least. Oh man, that's good. So McBaron plum cake. I'm gonna crack this up. It's a navy blend. Let's see. Got bright Virginia tobaccos mixed with burley, a little McBaron Cavendish, and just a touch of Latakia. And it's got a little bit of Jamaican rum in it. So let's crack it. Ooh, man. Ooh. Man, that smells nice. And this was, I don't know if anyone can see that in there. Not that anyone cares. Again, kind of a new pipe smoker. Been doing it on and off for, 13 years. I get a pipe. I smoke for a couple months, and I don't. But this time I really wanted to, what do you call it? I really wanted to recognize what I'm smoking. I didn't want to get stuff from the glass jars and the pipe shops. I wanted to know what tobaccos are what. It's just like brewing beer. So if you brew beer, you know that all the different malts have different taste characteristics along with the hops. And when I was brewing beer, I was getting really, I wanted to know what everything tastes like and reacted to at certain temperatures. So when I made my beer, I wanted to make it a certain way. It's nice. So, all right. So Crokinole Madness tomorrow, March 14th, turn into YouTube to see the finals for that one. Next on the list is Sunday, March 15th, and that's the Patty Fest doubles tournament in Listowel, Ontario. The exact address on that is 555 Benning Street, Listowel, Ontario. I talked to somebody who was in that tournament, and he said that it is a go for right now. We'll get into this in a little bit, but the coronavirus is kind of wreaking havoc on everything right now. And, we got to keep we have to find out what's going on, really. So the next tournament I'll talk about has been postponed, but I want to talk about the Patty Fest doubles tournament. 555 Benning Street, Listowel, Ontario. I know for a fact that there's a couple ringer. It's a nice, fun tournament. Not a sanctioned tournament or anything, but something to do on St. Patrick's Day weekend. There definitely is a ringer team in there. If you're thinking you're going to go in there and blow everybody away, if you see that team, you might think twice, But if you're into competitive crokinole, you'll know. And there's another couple players in that tournament that are, really, really good. I wish I lived near there. I would definitely give it a shot. But definitely still go. Check it out. It's $30 a team, cash bar. There's a 30-team max, so I don't know if they're filled up or not. But, sounds like a great time. Doubles tournaments are fun, man. I wish bars around here did a little something like that. We're in Voorheesville, New York. And, the game's catching on around here. Our club is pretty, involved in that. It's a lot of fun. And I just hope it catches on a little bit outside of here too. So, but we're trying. So, Patty Fest doubles tournament. That's this Sunday, March 15th. Still a go. Go check them out. All right, here, let me light this up here. So, the plum cake. Let's see what we got. Brand new pipe. Very excited. Oh. Well, might have packed this one a little too full. Rookie mistake, right? What we got out there? We're still got good leftovers. Albany, all Josh won. Man, this pipe smokes good, man. Very nice. All right. So, Crokinole Madness in Houston, Patty Fest doubles this weekend. Then the next scheduled tournament was the Forest City Flickers tournament next Saturday at March 28th. That's the next NCAA tournament. And again, I had all these links set up, and I had all these flyers to show this to click on to show you instead of me. on here, and fucking software. I'm good at computers. I apologize. I got to figure that out. Anyway, the Forest City Flickers, due to the coronavirus, is postponed as of right now. And, they're going to, I'm sure we'll hear something soon from the organizers there. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, you don't know. It's tough to make a call like that. It's probably the right thing to do with this coronavirus. We got to err on the side of caution. I mean, we got to protect our elderly. I know, some people have different views on it. It's like, some people say it's not a big deal. Some people say it is. Bottom line is we got to take precautions until we know more about it, basically. So I'm sure the folks that are running the Forest City Flickers tournament, they're gonna let us know real soon. So we'll stay tuned for that, and we'll see what happens. What are you gonna do? Okay, next on the upcoming tournaments is the Bristol Crokinole tournament, and that's in Bristol, England, at the Excelsior Independent Comic Shop. So Ian Witt from, and I don't know if that's his tournament or not, but he's one of the big British Crokinole players that have been very active in trying to get Crokinole going over there in the UK, and he started the Facebook page Crokinole UK or UK Crokinole. I always get it mixed up. But he's been talking about that one. That is Sunday, March 29th. It's £5 a player. The format's to be determined. Crokinole UK Facebook. Contact if someone's watching this in England, contact. I'm sure you already know about it anyway, but Crokinole UK Facebook. Go look him up, Ian. I know there's a gentleman named Stuart over there too. That's that helps out a lot. But yeah, those guys are doing a great job over there in getting the game going. They got a few tournaments lined up. We'll be going over that as well. But Bristol Crokinole tournament in the Excelsior Independent Comic Book Shop, March 29th, Sunday. That's good. That's very good. Yeah. That'd be cool to go over to England and play, or any other country besides, obviously going to Canada is fun too. But I'd like to see the difference in play, if there is any. It'd probably be interesting. Because I know when Jeremy Tracy went over to, where was it? Hungary. He told us some different ways people play over there. Like, I know he said there was a French team. One of the guys played with his thumb. He flicked with his thumb. I thought that was pretty interesting. And he said that there were some different strategies over there too. That they were the Hungarians and the European players are had some different way of thinking of different shots, and that's what's interesting to me is getting into the weeds of the game And then you have to execute, of course. But that's like that's the part of the game that I like the most is outthinking your opponent. Not many opportunities to do that. But, all right. So, moving on. That was March 29th, Bristol in England, the Excelsior Independent Comic Shop. Next, April 18th, 2 tournaments going on that date. First one is the BC Open in Summerland, BC, Canada. I don't have a lot of information on this. I just know it's happening. I saw it on National Crokinole Association Facebook. And that's where, anybody that's not familiar with the NCA should go check out their Facebook page, National Crokinole Association, and their website. Again, if my other software not working, I had all that shit. I could just send, so you guys can view all the links and all that. This is a very impromptu cast. But on if you want to look up at the National Crokinole Association Facebook page, scroll down a little bit, you'll see the BC Open is April 18th. I think they were a part. I was reading, just reading their comments and stuff, and they were a part of the NCA at one point, and I guess they weren't. So, I mean, it's a little bit further away than Ontario. Maybe anybody on the West Coast can look that up and make your way up for that one. They, I think their Facebook page too is the Crokinole Players of BC. If you want to look that up, seems like a pretty decent amount of people up there that play. So that's going on. Register. I got an email if anybody wants to register. Maybe you can contact this person. They can let you know a little more. Laura at ripletstainless.com. That's RIPLETSTAINLESS.com. It's April 18th, which is the same day as the U.S. Open tournament, which is the tournament that we host here at the Extra Pint Crokinole Club, Voorheesville. That's that is a fun day, I got to tell you. We look forward to it all year. Last year, we had a blast, just an absolute blast. And going to other Crokinole tournaments, NCA and non-NCA, I could tell that our tournament is just slightly different, and not a better or worse way. It's just a little different atmosphere, and I think because that's the way that we are in our club. Like that's the way how we play. There's an open bar, not open bar, a cash bar. Drinks are flowing, music's playing. We have the majority of the tournament at the American Legion where we play. We have breakfast, lunch there. We have a lot of new stuff to do. This year, we're playing, like, for instance, like this year, when we have our lunch break in the round robin, we're planning on doing a Crokinole flip cup competition. It's an adult tournament, so that's one of the things that we do. And, we go through the tournament giving, rounds at the bar out and stuff. It has that party atmosphere, but at the same time, you're competing against some of the best players in the world as well. If you're entering in the tournament, you have confidence in winning it, and that's the best part. Even though all levels are encouraged to play, most of it is what is it? Yeah, it's it's intermediate to above to advanced, but everybody has a great time. We make it me and my club mates try to make it fun for like everyone that goes, no matter if you win or lose, you're gonna have a good time. So we play most of the tournament in the Legion, the American Legion, where we have our club. And then the finals, we move all the way, not all the way, about 2 miles down the road. We go to Indian Ladder Farms Cidery and Brewery, and that atmosphere there for the final table is insane. It's just it's just spectacular. Yeah, crowds cheering. We got the lights coming straight down the table. It's dark around for the most part. Pub atmosphere. um, we have a big screen TV. We have new additions this year that can have you look straight down so you can see what's going on, even if you're like, 5 or 6 people deep watching the game. It's a lot of fun, man. Music's playing. It's a different, the guys that have played it last year that were in the final table said that it was a unique experience for them. And these guys have been through a lot of tournament final tables, and they said that it was very different. I would think so. People were screaming in your face, but and everybody's like kind of asking me, just this last couple of days, hey, what do you think about the coronavirus, and is that U.S. Open going to happen? I mean, well, we'll see where it goes, but I got to tell you one thing, let me just say this, that it's going to take a lot for us not to hold that tournament. All right. To quote Conor McGregor, it's going to take a fucking army, basically, for us not to host that tournament. We want to be responsible. We don't want to downplay anything. Excuse me. But, yeah, that tournament's happening right now. All right. So yeah, U.S. Open. Still accepting. What do you call it? Registrations on there. We're cutting that off on April 4th, and then we're definitely going to have an answer for everybody for them. But just count on it. Just count on us going forward with that, because that's gonna be a fun time. We're well underneath the public, the 500 people gathering. We're gonna have, if it comes down to it, we're gonna have hand washing stations. We're gonna have hand washing stations. There's 2 industrial sized kitchens at the first venue. Before and after you play, if you go into the players area, washing your hands. Coming out, you got to wash your hands. I don't know. We could do something like that. We'll take preventive measures, hand sanitizer, all sorts of stuff. So U.S. Open, April 18th. Make sure you pre-register, or you're not going to be able to play. It's $80 a team. Most of that goes to the cash prize. We're right up $800 right now for first prize. And then, second prize is not that shabby either, with third and fourth place. So 1 through 4, you get money. And you're getting, people that, you get a nice glass like this. You bring this glass to the finals at the Indian Ladder Farms, and you're going to get a lot of beer, free beer, and discounted beer after a little while. Get that. There's several other door prizes we have. We're gonna have a nice raffle. We're gonna raffle off one of these Jeremy Tracy Crokinole game boards off. I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna bring this up to the camera, but gonna have the U.S. Open and extra pint on the outside of the 5 ring. It's really nice touch to the board. Make sure that you'll always remember if you win it where you got it, the U.S. Open. It's gonna be a good time, and just count on it happening. Okay. Next on May 2nd is another. Oh yeah, and U.S. Open is a NCAA sanctioned tournament. Okay, after that, on May 2nd is wrapping up the NCAA, National Crokinole Association's competitive Crokinole Tour. Then that's the Ontario Singles Championship in St. Jacobs, Ontario. So there's no information on that other than it's going to be May 2nd, St. Jacobs. So all these, we'll go over this too on the NCAA rankings, but all the players that are in the NCAA circuit, they have you get points on where you place in the tournaments, and then at the end, whoever has the most points is determined the champion of that season, which is it's pretty hard to do if you ask me, or ask anybody. Shit, those guys are in that ranked in the top 20. We'll be going over those guys too in a little bit. But those guys can play. And they can be beat too. But not as often as you think, you know what I mean? Yeah, so the Ontario Singles Championship. Okay. That's May 2nd. That's when the NCAA wraps up. May 30th, you got the UK Crokinole Championship at the UK Games Expo in Birmingham, England. Another English tournament over there in England. 7 pounds a player, 32 player max. Again, if you're seeing this and you're over there in Europe, go on Crokinole UK. And I think the UK Games Expo that has its own website too. I think I had all this fucking information. Anyway, yeah, another British tournament. That's awesome. Ian Witt too. Contact him. He'll sing it. I don't think he's organized. He might be organizing it. I know that UK Games Expo is quite a large event, and it's not just Crokinole. It's a whole other mess of board games. I might have packed this bowl too much. So I was recommended this too. It's McBaron's HH Burley Flake, and Burley is a type of tobacco. And man, this Burley Flake is a lot harsher than this McBaron's plum cake, because this HH series here is basically just, it's a blend, but it's mostly what it says it is. Like the Burley Flake is mostly burley, and I don't know if I dried it out enough, because you got to dry out these things. Because look at this; these are the flakes that when you get a flake pack. Ooh, this is what you get. You get like straight flakes, and they're very moist. And if you don't dry them out, you gotta rub. It's called rubbing out the tobacco. If you don't rub it out, and it's moist, it'll give you tongue bite because like the moisture in the tobacco will go in your mouth and burn the inside of your mouth. Basically, I'm not getting any of that from here. And reading, reviews and watching, there's a whole pipe community out there, and just like anything else, just like Crokinole, but it's actually bigger, a lot bigger than Crokinole. Excuse me, on YouTube. And I watched some reviews on the plum cake, and they said, "Oh, it's not for," half of them say it's not for beginner smokers on pipes, and the other half's like, "Oh, I suggest this for new pipe smokers." I think this is really nice for new pipe smokers. I know the blend's been around for a while. All right, so UK Championship Saturday, May 30th, and then of course World Crokinole Championship June 6th. That's my birthday up in Tavistock. That kicks off the NCA season, and that's in jeopardy too. I guess we don't know yet. Don't know. I know that me and my buddies, we rented a nice farmhouse up there near Tavistock. We got it all planned out. It's already paid for. I mean, if the tournament gets canceled, I don't know. That would suck. There's nothing they can do about it. I don't know. That wouldn't be cool. But I know that if it does get canceled, I'm still going up, getting that farmhouse with the guys, and we're going to be playing a bunch of Crokinole up there as well. All right. So we got 2 people watching, thinking it's all Josh won, and I don't know who the other guy is. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Anybody out there drinking any good beers or bourbons or some good wines? Smoking any good cigars? I got leftover ribs. That's what all Josh one says. Are they good ribs? Where are they from? I think I might do some nice burgers. It's pretty darn good. All right, I got some Crokinole Club news, and this isn't just from my club. This is from clubs all around the Northeast. And if anybody that wants to, contact me with any club news, I don't know. I might do this again. I don't know if I will or not. I mean, depending on how everybody receives it. If I could figure out how to do the software, I can have different graphics and stuff to show everybody, but I just don't know what happened. Anyway, if you're at your club in the area, you want to get information out, email me at extrapint@yahoo.com, and I can come on here and tell everybody what's going on. I am going to start with our information first, the Extra Pint Voorheesville, for any of my guys that might watch this. Of course, they already know, most of them. The Spring League starts up next Friday, March 20th at the Legion. We're starting at 7 o'clock sharp. For week 1, be there at 6:30, 6:45. The field this year for the Spring League is Jay, Uncle Dwight, Steady Eddie, Magic Mike, Upset Chet, Seth from Bowling, Iceman, John P., Lash, Aaron L., Minnie Michael, Larry Longballs, Steve M., Steve D., Kevin J., Smoking Joe, Damien, Ian P, and Quiet Mike. That's a little bit down from the fall, but a lot of guys have a lot of shit going on. And this format this year, this for the spring, is it's a fast and furious. So the format this year in the springtime is going to be individual pairs. I got that from Nick Osmore from the Extra Pint chapter in New Hampshire. Went up there a little bit after Christmas. He had a little get together. Excuse me. And we did individual pairs, which means that you have a set amount of guys that you're playing doubles format, but you're going to be partners with each guy once, and you're going to go against them twice. And we have it so we're doing 4 rounds at 14 minutes a clip, and league scoring. So 2 points if you win, and 1 point if you tie, 0 if you lose. Keeping track of your 20s. And at the end of the season, the regular season, after we played everybody, we're going to see who has the most points and who had the least. And then there's payouts from there. So I'll just read you the payouts right now. The payouts for first place is $210. Second seed, 170. Third, 130. Fourth place, $105. Fifth place, 82. Sixth, 70. Seventh place, 55. Eighth has $43. 9, 35. 10th place, 28. 11, 21. 12th, 17th. 13th, 14th, $14. And 14th place, $11. 15th place, $9. And everything below 15th place gets no money. And then, just like the Extra Point club in Texas, we're going to be. That's the end of the regular season. That's where you get paid out for where you come up in the seed. The first seed is going to be paired up with the first seed in the second half of players that had low points. So, and that's going to be a single elimination tournament, races to 9 or 11. I don't know what we're going to do for that. And the winner gets $100. It's a fast and furious. Usually it takes 7 weeks to do our leagues, draw it out a little bit. This is going to be probably like 5 weeks. We're going to get this all wrapped up, which is good. But it's also it's timed. These are timed games now because we had some guys coming up to me like, "Hey, this guy's playing so slow," or "This team plays so slow." We had guys playing league games in the fall. We stacked them up 2 at a time, so every team could play every other team, and you had a set partner throughout the league. And guys, we're taking like an hour and a half, 2 hours to play 3 games to 5. I mean, you just can't do that. That's not fun. I mean, there's piss breaks and there's bar breaks and all that shit, but 3 games to 5 shouldn't take you 5 or 2 hours, And some guys, play a little slower, but that's just too slow. I know some guys gotta go out and smoke and stuff, but that's why we're timed. We're doing 14-minute games and we're doing 4 a night. So when you come for the league, be there right at 7. That's when the clock starts. It's a running clock. So if you're not there, you're not getting your points. And we can get a sub for you if you can't make it. We're going to try to get a sub. But basically, there's an hour of league play. After that, we encourage all our other club mates to come in and invite people on the outside to come in later around 8 o'clock. And we'll teach them the game, and it's a leisure play after that. And then, like any guys that got to get out of there for the league, that want to be in the league, but they got to get out of there at a certain time some nights, can just get out of there, So that's the way it's an experimental format, but that's what we're going to be doing with that. What we got here? Yep. That's our news for Extra Point Voorheesville. Let me take a sip here of this hazy little thing. It's good. It's a good go-to, that's for sure. Hazy little thing. Smooth. Doesn't bitter you out or anything, but it's still got that nice hop flavor. I don't know about everybody else, man. I'm getting tired of paying like $18, $20 a 4-pack. That's just not doing it for me anymore. See this right here? It's called Utica Club. You know how much that is? A 6-pack? It's a 16-ouncer. I know it's a Pilsner. It's very enjoyable. That's $5.99 a 6-pack. I mean, it's delicious too. Can't go wrong with that. Hazy little thing is right there too. That's not gouging you, and it's just as good as every other New England style IPA that's out there, with the exception of your heavy hitters like Treehouse. I like Treehouse, but that's getting kind of old as well. Oh, Josh smoked the ribs yesterday. I always overdo the ribs if I go on a smoker. I always dry them out too. I mean, that's tough. I can do a brisket, no problem. I can keep my eye on the temperature. Ribs, I can easily overdo. You can easily overdo on the smoker, man. But they're so good. And I know you I know you know how to smoke too, Josh. So they must be excellent. All right. Next club news. So here's 3 different clubs that this individual is either in charge of or is an officer of, or whatever you want to call him. His name's Nick Osmore. Everyone calls him Nas. He's a great dude. He's in charge of 603 Crokinole. Again, I had a graphic for you. He's in charge of he's not in charge, but he kind of heads the Greater Boston Crokinole meetups in that Boston area. So if anybody's watching in Massachusetts, I know we'll go over this in a little bit too. That PAX East was in Boston, and Jeremy Tracy was there, and like 30 boards were sold in the Boston area. I know you guys are kind of familiar with Crokinole now. If you weren't, now you kind of are, most of you. Look up Nick Osmore at 603 Crokinole on Twitter. Greater Boston Crokinole meetup on meetups. I don't know. Damn it! I had the links and everything. He's also, when he gets a league going, he's the president of the Extra Pint Crokinole Club in New Hampshire. That's where he lives. But he's got a good few guys there. They just need a few more guys to start a league, and he does a great job with organizing and stuff. He's he's in 3 different Crokinole groups. He's one of the leaders in all of them. But yeah, so 603 Crokinole, Greater Boston Crokinole, and Extra Pint, New Hampshire. Nick Osmore, give him a shout out or contact him, and he's gonna if you want to play Crokinole, he's gonna make it happen for you. So there's that. Next is the Crokinole Society of Philadelphia. I love that name. Love the name of that Crokinole club. That is that is awesome. Their league play is starting on April 1st. They meet at the Thirsty Diced board game bar in the Fairmount neighborhood in Philly. You can contact them on their Facebook page, Crokinole Society of Philadelphia. The guy who runs that club is Corey. His name's Corey, and he's one of the guys he is the guy that helped set up Jeremy Tracy at PAX Unplug in Philly and in Boston, PAX East. And he's one of the the guys that helped Jeremy get down there, get him in there, and have him expose a lot of people to Crokinole, which is great, man. So Corey, nice job, man. And hopefully, if I'm ever down in Philly, I can give you a call. We can play some Crokinole, or you can make your way up here someday. Don't be afraid to give us a shout. But nice job, brother. And Nick Osmore was helping out Crokinole game boards as well in Philly. I know I had a bunch of people waiting in the other, my YouTube channel, right? Said, hey, I'm going to be live. I know a lot of people are waiting there. I hope they're still not waiting there because I had to start a new live stream because I'm stupid. But so there, the Crokinole Society of Philadelphia. League play starting April 1st. Moving on to the Lake Champlain Crokinole Club. They have a website, lc3crokinole.com. Look them up. They have a league going on right now. It's kind of like it's every every other, or it's like every third Wednesday of every month, and it's kind of like fluctuating. But just give them, you contact Scott or Dave from there. Great guys. A few of us went up there. Excuse me, I got allergies. A few of us went up there, and was it January, November? Was it? I don't know. It was one of the colder months. We went up there. They had their inaugural tournament, and they put on a great tournament too, man. Such great guys to hang out with. They reminded just like us. They're really good guys. Played in nice atmosphere. Had a bar there, which always helps. And we had a blast all the way into the night. We played into the night. We had a tournament, and we went to doubles play, leisure, and then after that we played some more. We went out in the town. Good times, man. Lake Champlain Crokinole Club. They have a nice website too. Way better than ours. Ours, again, we're not what is it? Technically, I wish my brother would take care of that for me, but I know he's very very busy down where he lives in Houston. So but yeah, I need someone that can do the tech part because I obviously can't handle it. I like participating in it, but I can't handle the tech. Lake Champlain Crokinole Club. They are playing a tournament though in the fall of 2020, so we'll keep our eyes out for that. Scott or Dave, good guys. All right, and then we got the Extra Pint Houston chapter. Look them up. I had links as well. They meet every second or third Wednesday of each month at Tapped Draft House. I forget what it is, but I know that they always post on their Facebook page, Extra Point Crokinole Club Texas. Very active, and they're growing. They're exposing the game down there, man. I want to go down there and play with those guys on their club night. Their tournaments tomorrow. I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be awesome. I don't know if I packed this bowl too much or what's going on. Should be burning right through. But I like this pipe though. It's like very nice. See that? I like that rustic look. It's kind of like pebbly. Always admire that. This is a straight poker. I bought a meerschaum pipe too. Meerschaum is like this is briar. This is wood, right? So meerschaum is it's a mineral. It's like mined in Turkey. Like Turkey has most of the meerschaum, and it's like in its purest form, and it's it's soft but hard. It's like clay. They make some beautiful pipes out of it, but it's also porous, and it draws out a lot of the tar and a lot of the nicotine, and it delivers a cool smoke. So you're getting a lot of the attributes of the tobacco. And I'm going to smoke blends out of this and more straightforwards out of the meerschaum, which is this. This is harsh stuff compared to the plum cake. Josh smoked the ribs in the 3-2-1 method. I heard of that before, but I'm not sure really what that means. Three, two, one. Well, I don't know what that means. Not 3 minutes. Well, yeah. All right. Now we got the NCAA rankings. So you got all this shit they're going to show you right there on the screen. Disappointed, man. Disappointed. Anyway. All right. Like I said before, the NCAA has a points model. They have a series of tournaments. And if you finish in a certain place, you get a certain amount of points. They take your 4 best tournaments, and then they, obviously you can't make every tournament, or most people can't make every tournament. They take your 4 best, and if players are still tied, then the higher ranking. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So if they're tied, it goes to the player that has the most victories, the most tournament victories, the most seconds, the most third, the most fourth. So it goes down. Everyone takes their 4th best and they're tied, and it's like, all right, who won the most, and who who placed the most, and who they're all the way through. And so if you the points model is, if you get first place in the NCAA tournament, you get 50 points. Second, 47, 45. Fourth, you get 43. Fifth, you get 41. Sixth, 40. 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 44, 34, 33, 32, all the way down to 25th place, you get 21 points. And then anything below 25th, you get 20 points. So, given that, right now, there are 3 NCAA tournaments left. And first place is Jason Bierling with 197 points. And then second place is Andrew Hutchinson at 194. Those two guys are on fire this year, man. And they just went at it the last tournament they were in. That's up on Crokinole Center, which is if you don't know what Crokinole Center is, go on YouTube and subscribe to their channel. All these guys, he covers all the NCAA tour, and all these guys, he covers the semifinals and finals of the tournament usually, and all those guys are just top-notch players. And that's, if you want to see the best competitive Crokinole, go to Crokinole Center. They're also he also has a website, and it's Crokinole Center. I had it down. What the hell? I had it in the description. But he writes, him and I believe Andrew Hutchinson write articles for Crokinole Center, and they're very well written articles. Like, these guys must have majored in, like, I don't know, literature or something. They're very talented writing skills, put it that way. So Jason Bierling, Andrew Hudson, third place, Ray Bierling. Fourth, there's a 3-way tie for fourth place, and that's Connor Ryman, John Conrad, and Justin Slater at 181 points. Going back up to third, Ray Bierling is a monster as well. All these guys, I'm doing top 20. I'd say top 10 are just monsters. If you go against them, good luck. Good luck. They have here's the thing about those guys. They have composure. That's what they have. They have composure. They don't get rattled. They just execute their shot. You know what I mean? If they come up with adversity. So, all right. 3-way tie. That was Connor Ryman, John Conrad, and Justin Slater at 181. 7th place, Roy Campbell. 8th place, Jeremy Tracy. 9th place, Reed Tracy. So 8th and 9th place are teaming up for the U.S. Open. Jeremy and Reed are teaming up together in the U.S. Open. And first place and third place are teaming up together. Jason Bierling and Ray Bierling, the brothers, they are teaming up for the U.S. Open. Yikes. Got to watch out for them. Andrew Hutchinson is also teaming up with a very talented player, Catherine from the Cambridge Jays club in Boston. She can play. And she's Andrew Hutchinson's partner, so that's great too. Jeez. Yep. Jeremy Tracy in 8th. Reed Tracy in 9th. Fred Slater with 165 points in 10th. Nathan Walsh, 162 points in 11th. And 155 points. Darren Carr in 12th. Darren Carr is the guy who came in second at the Worlds last year. And I remember he didn't play in the competitive the year before. He played in the recreational and won the recreational singles for the World Tournament the year before. And our doubles team didn't make it to the final 14, unfortunately. It's going to be different this year. So we had a lunch break, and Darren Carr and his buddies, they're all from this curling club. They all had their curling club shirts on, and we were out drinking in the parking lot in Tavistock. And, a couple of people like, hey, you guys probably shouldn't be drinking out here. It's not legal. And we didn't know that. We're like, oh, okay, So we all piled in. We all got in our cars. We went over to this local bar, like in a town that was like 5 minutes away. And those guys were there, Darren Carr and his buddies. And we sat next to each other, and we were, just sat down. And after a couple of minutes, we were all just like having a great time laughing, drinking together. And we went back for the singles. And then, my God, and my first opponent was Darren. And I was like, hey, what do you know? Like we just had a great time at the bar, we're acting all crazy, drinking and shit. And then, I actually split with him points. And then after that, he started playing really well, and he made it to the final 14 in the singles. And then we went back to our place and came back for the finals. And then Darren, he was in the finals. We're like, holy shit. He was playing against Justin Slater, and I guess he was up on him for a couple games. It's freaking hilarious, man. Yeah, so he's in 12th place, Darren Carr. Let's see. Claire Kiffner. With 150 points in 13th place. Roger Valancourt with 149 points in 14th place. I played Roger in Belleville. He whooped my ass, dude. I think he ended up taking up third or fourth place in Belleville this year. He's a good player. Ron Langill. He's a good player too. I played him. He beat me as well. Dwayne Campbell with 141 points, 16th place. Aaron Middleberg, 127 points in 17th place. He's a really nice guy. I met him before. Then 18th place, Christina Campbell, 125. 19th place is Bev Valancourt, 120 points. And another in 20th place in the NCAA, another offspring of Jeremy Tracy is Nolan Tracy, 118 points. So there you go. So again, I'm sorry that my other software didn't work, and I had all this nice stuff that I can queue up and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't know how to do it. I guess I'm gonna try. I'll figure it out, the glitches, and I'll try again. I don't know. Sorry. I know there's only one of you watching. I think that's just Josh. But it was fun hanging out. I like doing this. I'll do it again some other time if people want. If not, I might just do it anyway. Who knows? So if anybody has any questions, you can comment on the bottom here if there's a replay, or you can email me at extrapint@yahoo.com so I can get the word out for you. But until then, we'll see you around. All right. Have a good night. play some Crokinole. All right. Take care.